deep inside a forest in Kilifi County, something was happening in silence. Paul Mackenzie was a former taxi driver who later became a self-proclaimed preacher. He founded a church known as Good News International Church. His teachings focused on extreme religious interpretations. Over time, his followers began to trust him completely. He reportedly discouraged formal education. He opposed certain medical treatments. He promoted isolation from mainstream society. But what started as radical preaching would later escalate into something far darker. Authorities later discovered that followers were encouraged to relocate to Shakahola Forest. Families sold property. Some cut contact with relatives. Others withdrew children from school. Inside the forest, the community operated largely out of public view. Former members later described strict control, obedience, and fear of disobeying leadership. What investigators later uncovered would spark international headlines. In April 2023, authorities began rescuing malnourished individuals from the forest. What followed was a massive operation. Graves were discovered. Excavations began, and the scale of the situation became clear. The investigation revealed one of the largest culture-related tragedies in Kenya's history. The government launched inquiries. Security agencies increased oversight of religious organizations. The world began asking, how did this happen unnoticed? Experts in cult psychology explain that such movements often follow patterns: charismatic leadership, isolation from outside influence, fear-based teachings, us versus them, mentality, complete obedience. Over time, members may cut ties with family, depend emotionally on the leader, accept extreme beliefs. Shakahola was not just about religion, it was about psychological control. The Kenyan government increased scrutiny on religious institutions. Debates emerged about regulation of churches, freedom of worship, protection of vulnerable citizens. The case sparked national conversations about faith, authority, accountability, and where the line should be drawn. International media covered the story. Shakahola became a symbol of how vulnerable communities can be exploited. But it also raised a deeper question. How many similar movements exist quietly, waiting to be exposed? This story is not just about one forest. It is about critical thinking, accountability, blind loyalty, and the power of influence. When authority goes unquestioned, control becomes absolute. And sometimes, the most dangerous control is the one disguised as salvation. This was the Untold case.